Let's turn the headlights on. Holy moly. Wow. What's up, guys? Frank here from Garageaholic, giving you another episode of Best Tools, Good Tools. Today, we're going to be analyzing Auxito's H7 LED bulbs. And while you think that you might be seeing double or seeing it and hearing it again, you might be in some ways. Today, we're going to be analyzing Auxito's H7 LED bulbs. But these are not the same bulbs that we analyzed a few weeks ago if you look at the previous video that I've done. The light output from the LEDs was not as impressive as I was hoping. These bulbs are higher power LED bulbs that are supposed to be even better than the previous ones that I rated earlier that were supposed to replace the halogen bulbs. If you remember in the previous video, I didn't have the best review on them. I didn't think that the light output was very good. I'm still on the hunt for a better product, but at this point, I'm not as impressed as I'd hoped I'd be. And I felt like just sticking with the halogens was just better. And that possibly could have been due to the locus of points from where the light output was emanating to where it was reflecting onto in order to get outside onto the road. In this case, Auxito claims that they can actually do better with these bulbs compared to the old bulbs. So what I'd like to do in this episode is do a quick unboxing, install the new bulbs, and compare the new bulbs to the old bulbs and see how much better they really are. And if it's better, let's compare it back to the original halogen bulbs. All right, so these are the Auxito bulbs. This is H7. They have a whole bunch of different ones here that you can choose from. In this case, for our E36 wagon that we're going to be putting them in, this is a really nicely packed setup. I'm telling you, it's got these gloves so you don't touch the bulbs themselves. They've got some zip ties, a couple of O-rings for water ingress. It's got some instructions here. These have a much larger ballast on them, and I believe that that's because they just produce a lot more heat. So this is the pair, and this is actually the heat sink that, oh my gosh, looks like there's even a little fan on it too in order to extract the air. That is pretty neat. So these LEDs are going to be producing a lot of heat, and it needs a way to extract it. So I definitely buy that. Looks like this is some sort of a fan controller or a ballast. It's taking the 12 volts and probably upping that voltage and lowering the current in order to meet the requirements of this LED. But it's really not large. I think that the package size is really good. I'm a little nervous about this part actually fitting inside the headlight housing. But I have a feeling that installation is going to be a breeze. So let's take a look at the car and install it and then just do a quick comparison during the daytime. Okay, in my E36 here, I've got my lows and my highs. And what I did last time is I put the same bulbs in the low and the high just to see how the projection was different compared to the low and high on the halogen side. So let's just do the same thing here. This is halogens, and we're going to be replacing the halogens with the new H7s from Auxito. And we're going to be taking this, and we're going to be installing it. That's the correct orientation. Now, it seems like, H7s normally has this clip in here that holds the bulbs down. In this case, you can't really use that clip to hold the bulbs down. So there's got to be a different way of adhering them. I wonder, yes, this is it. So this guy here is a sleeve, and the sleeve goes on just like this. So the sleeve goes on first, and then this guy comes down and clips in. Pretty slick. I like that. That's a good design. Now this guy actually this is supposed to, nice, just like that. So now this guy just plugs right in. Let's see if you guys can see that. That plugs in just like that. So this is essentially installed. This has to be tucked away somewhere. I'm not sure if I can really fit it in here. Well, I guess I can. So then this guy is going to sit inside. And this is gonna just something like that. Excellent. So now we'll do the same for the low beam and see how that works. All right, so this is the moment of truth here. I've got the Superbright H7s on that side, the new ones I just received, and these are the previous versions on the passenger side. Lights are on, And you can see the difference here. So those inner ones are just the daylight running lights. And I gotta tell you, wow, that is a lot brighter. I know it's kind of hard to see here, but you can see that the old low beam there is kind of like a little bit dim, a little dull. That compared is much, much brighter. I'm really excited to see the way that these things look at night. Let's see the brights really quick. All right, look at that reflection that just happened just from putting the brights on. Wow, much, much bigger difference. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's really bright. I mean, it kind of hurts to look at it. Whereas these, I can look at these all day. Much, much bigger difference. Let's shut the garage door. Again, it's daylight out, so it's really not going to be too big of a difference, but I did want to see what it looks like. And it is just unbelievable. Again, those are the brights. All right, so I don't have the low beams on, but those are the brights. And you can see the brights are on this side too. Look at it. There's nothing there. And those are the ones I had the problem with. So, yeah, the brights on that one look amazing. Let's take the brights off and see what it looks like. All right, so now we got our low beams. So the low beam for that looks, again, astonishing, especially in the daylight like this. And the low beam on the other side, which should be like right there, is hardly even portraying anything. So what I'd like to do now is, yeah, you know what? I actually just I want to actually just leave it alone, and let's just wait until the sun sets and see how this actually looks at night. All right, so I've got my parking lights on now, and we can turn the ignition on. Let's turn the headlights on. Holy moly. Wow, so you can see the driver's side HID is amazing, and the passenger side is just horrible. And let's do the brights. Wow, very bright. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed right now. Let's just see how this looks. You're probably not going to really even see this in the camera, the way that it's situated in the darkness. But if I were to just put them both here, you can see that low beam there, and you can see that low beam there. I mean, look at the difference between the two. This definitely is meant for this setup, this car, and I'm thoroughly impressed by the light output. Now, just for fun, let's take that bulb out on the passenger side and replace it with the halogen bulb and see how it compares. And this is low beams. So, unbelievable difference, even still, when compared to the regular halogens. Let's try the brights. I did the brights on that side too. And yes, it's just insane how different it is. Let's take a look from in front here. And yeah, you can see the difference there. I'm very, very impressed. And I'm so impressed actually that I really want to try to maybe go for a drive and see what it's like at night. So right off the bat here, this is the low beam. I gotta say, I got a lot of good visibility at night here. A nice white, clean white beam. It's not blue, it's not a yellowish warm white. This is just the lows. Let me see the high. I mean, look at this light output. I'm just astounded by how impressive this is. So nice. High, low, high, low, high, low. Unbelievable. Wow, unbelievable. Low, high, low, high. I really don't even know what to say except this. I've been driving on one low beam the whole time. Insane bulbs. Highly recommend.